All right, students. So let us discuss that why should we vote in India? While there are some of who genuinely cast their vote, many people sit back and relax on the voting day, and others are cajoled into voting for particular candidates. The importance of voting is lost among the hustle and bustle of the city life, while everyone sits and complains about this and that and makes suggestions that the government should change this and that. The elections come and go without half of the population paying attention. The highest recorded voter turnout in India was recorded in 2014 for the Lok Sabha elections at 66.4 percentage. That means close to half of the population does not exercise their right to vote. After so many years of independence, India has not proved itself to have control and order. The fault lies with both the leaders and the people. People are driven by religious beliefs rather than what is good for the country. We should always choose that which drives country forward while still upholding the Indian tradition, but politics is wound up in frivolous manner rather than paying more attention on uplifting the poor, helping the aged, education, water, preserving the environment, agriculture, roads planned, urban development, and so on. So today we are going to discuss on what are the reasons that we need to cast our vote. The first and the foremost reason is that it is our right. As a democratic country, India is built on the foundations of election. Our parliament and legislatures are of the people, by the people, and for the people. Therefore, voting is a constitutional right that we are privileged to have. We take it for granted, but the Constitution has given us the right to elect who we want and the right to make the change. Second reason is that we can consider ourselves as the agent of change. Your vote can play an important part in making the change. If you are unhappy with the current government, you can vote for a better one. Not voting could result in the same party ruling for another 5 years. At the end of the day, if the country is stuck with a bad government, it is the people to blame for the voting wrong and not for voting at all. The third and important reason is that your vote definitely counts. Every vote counts. Though it seems like an endless sea of people are there to vote, every vote counts. When the national attitude changes from thinking my vote doesn't make a difference, then the numbers increase and multitude of people voting will make the difference. The responsibility lies on every individual. The government of India has made a provision for the voters to exercise their vote even if they're not happy with any of the candidates. NOTA NOTA stands for none of the above, and this is an important vote to cast for those who are not satisfied by any of the parties standing. Voting nota express that none of the candidates are good enough. Nota votes count. However, in the case of majority of the votes are nota, then the party with the next majority will come to the power. Now let us discuss a little bit of India's history. Indians have struggled to win freedom and we have the right to vote because of them. Exercising our right to vote upholds what our freedom fighters envisioned for India. We can honor and respect our freedom fighters and struggle of our past generations by voting for a better India. Now, let us discuss how election works. In order to be convinced to vote, you should also know how the election works. India is a democracy with an asymmetrical federal government. Officials are selected, officials are elected from the local levels to the state levels and the federal level. We have two houses of parliament, the Lok Sabha, the Rajya Sabha. The Lok Sabha is called as the lower house of the Indian Parliament and is also known as the House of the People. Members of Lok Sabha are elected through general elections. These elections take place every 5 years. There are two members of the Lok Sabha who will be nominated by the President of India. Currently, the Lok Sabha has 545 members. Two members represent the Anglo Indian community, while other 543 are elected for the 5 year term. The Rajya Sabha. The upper house of the Indian Parliament is also called as the Council of States. The members are elected by elected members of state legislative assemblies and the Electoral College of the Union Territories. Therefore, the members of the Rajya Sabha are indirectly elected by the people. The Rajya Sabha has 245 members, out of which 233 members are elected for 6 year terms. One third of the House retires every 2 years. The Prime Minister. The Prime Minister is elected by the elected members of Lok Sabha. The Lok Sabha is the lower house of the parliament in India. The President. The President of India is elected for the 5 year term by Electoral College, which consists of members of the state legislature and federal legislature. So there is a process of elections. To conduct the elections and ensure smooth functioning, the Election Commission of India was formed. The Election Commission takes care of everything related to elections, which includes the superintendence, control, and direction of the elections and the conduct of elections. The there is a summary that we will be discussing on the process of voting that you need to know. You first need to be registered on the electoral roll, which is the list of eligible voters. You can apply for voter ID online as well as at the VREC at your designated locations through booth level officer. You will be issued a voter ID which you need to present at the polling booth. The responsibility lies on the citizen to be aware of who is standing for the elections. It is also the responsibility of the citizen to find out where the polling booth is in their respective constituency. You can vote on the electronic voting machines. If you speak only English, then you should familiarize yourself with the symbols of the candidates because the names of the candidates will be listed in the alphabetical order in the respective state's language. All you have to do is press the blue button next to your desired candidate's name and symbol. Now you can also vote NOTA, NOTA. You will also receive a mark of ink in your finger that signifies that you have voted. While it helps identify if you have already voted, it is also a proud symbol that you can wear. So I want all of you to keep your right hand on your heart and pledge that once you become 18, you will be getting registered as a proud voter and you will cast your vote. I request all the students to keep their right hand on their heart and unmute yourselves and say together with me that once I become 18,
Once I become
Once I
18,
become 18,
I will surely get
I will
myself
sort.
registered
I
I
will
will
surely get
surely
myself
register
registered
and I will cast my vote
And
and
I
I
will
will
cast
cast my
and I will
vote
cast my
my
vote
to the right candidate I believe in.
to the right
right
candidate I
right
believe
candidate
in.
I believe in.
believe in.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.